it, you violence-loving bastard. Before you start your desperate struggling, you should drop a nice save.
Oh, that Travis touchdown. He's a delightful little scamp, isn't he? Cutting people in half, delivering snazzy lines, dressing like a stallion and taking in the occasional peep show. I mean, he's basically an everyman, right? Well, if you've got fond memories of Travis's first rise to glory 2 years ago, then I can assure you one thing. There's much, much more to love this time around. Desperate Struggle is a better paced, more action-packed No More Heroes from top to bottom.
Rapid? Like, together? Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah!
If you were one of the fine people that picked up the original No More Heroes, you already have a pretty basic idea of what Suda's series is all about. Take one oddball protagonist, pit him against a legion of ranked assassin battles, and watch him bite and claw his way to the top, one decapitated goon at a time. 2 years have passed in Sand and Destroy since the first game took place, and after Travis's first rise to the top, he simply vanishes, leaving the number one rank behind and disappearing. As far as where those guys have been and what's happened in the last 2 years,
There are people starting from the sequel who don't care about continuity, you know. Besides, it would take forever if I recapped every detail of your fall from greatness.
Yeah, Desperate Struggle is kind of a silly game, but it's nice to have a change of pace and dive on into a game that really doesn't take itself too seriously. You'll find plenty of old-school fan service and inside jokes too, including the entertaining bits around Travis's apartment in the No More Heroes Hotel, all the way up to the returning bosses and retro-themed jobs. When you aren't out on the quest to be number one, you've got plenty of time to spend getting your fat cat Gene back into shape from the last game, watching the BJ5 anime or playing the arcade game, or you can sit back, relax, and drop a nice, steaming save. In addition, the entire structure of the single-player game has gone through a pretty substantial metamorphosis. All the jobs are now retro mini-games, and they completely rock. Some are a little bit too mindless, such as frying up burgers for customers, but others like the Bug Extermination game and the Garbage Man Space Adventure are simply awesome. The only unfortunate one is the Scorpion Collecting game, which is entirely in Overworld and it's got frame rate issues and clunky controls. I'm seriously wondering, is this an inside joke like from the last game, or what? Because it's bad. As for the rest of the design though, Desperate Struggle is all about getting you where you want to go, and fast. Gone is the open world replaced by a simple vertical menu with all your destinations just a click away. You can go to Airport 51 to get some new threads, you can head over to Naomi's to buy some new weapons, or you can go work out to up your stats and even more retro minigames. Ranked battles are also free to enter now, allowing you to just skip all the minigame stuff unless you really want to go in and get more weapons and upgrades. It's far more streamlined and it really helps trim the unwanted fat for those who just want to go in, beat the game, and be done. Of course, once you're done with all those fancy pants new graphics and pixels, you're going to want to go back and play those minigames and get all the cash you want and buy all the stuff you want. We're hardcore gamers, damn it. That's what we do. Okay, so you've seen a lot of the game. Now, how would you describe the gameplay? Yeah, that about does it. You kill, and then when you're done, you kill some more. I mean, did you see that? There's a tiger. You turn into a tiger. Okay, so by now all this is par for the touchdown course, but Desperate Struggle brings the pain with more overall action and more over-the-top battles than its predecessor ever did. You'll get a few generic boss battles that could have been cut, and the illusion of going through 51 ranks of assassins pretty much stops instantly, having you cut through half the rankings in one quick, albeit simply glorious, super robot fight above Sand to Destroy. In the end though, it's just painfully obvious that Suda and his team had a blast revitalizing one of Wii's super niche classics, and when they're having fun, you're having fun. The amount of style oozing from No More Heroes is astounding, and while all the action might not be polished, it's still a blast. You won't get camera control, you'll still find some frame rate issues at times, and the gameplay can be a little bit brutal for some people, but in the end, its strengths far outweigh any gripes I've got with the game. I could also see a little bit of a love-hate relationship forming with the playable characters of Shinobu and Henry, because they take away from Travis's time, but it's a nice short offering in the grand scope of the game. That's one of the really nice things about a game like No More Heroes too. From front to back, it's a complete spew of concepts, style, and action. If you don't like some of the minigames, screw them. Go kill stuff. If a boss battle pisses you off, don't worry about it. You're never going to have to deal with it again. Above all else, this game flies by with an awesome pacing and a splash of concepts and designs. You may not love every second, but you'll walk away satisfied. Wii's return to Sand and Destroy is one hardcore gamers won't want to miss. The game has its issues, still primarily within the lack of polish, but the series has seen big improvements. You won't find any supercharged new gameplay modes, there's no Wii balance board support for real thrusting action, or even a stray from the Rise of the Ranks formula, but what you are going to find is a badass game that you're not going to want to put down anytime soon. That does it for the video review, but head on over and check out my written synopsis on IGN.com. And seriously do it, because I said synopsis and I promise boobs.